What moment made you realize your child was truly special? My son Nico was 12 when he came home from the school dance wearing his wrinkled button-up and those beat-up sneakers he refuses to replace. I asked if he had fun. He shrugged and said, "Yeah, but I didn't really dance. That was it. Normal kid stuff. I didn't think anything of it." A week later, my phone rang during my lunch break. Unknown number. I almost didn't answer. It was another mom from school. I barely knew her. Her son Reza had just transferred in a few months back. Quiet kid. Kept to himself mostly. She was crying before she even said hello. "Your son made my son feel human again," she said through tears. I had no idea what she was talking about. I thought maybe Nico helped him with homework or something. But then she told me what actually happened at that dance. Apparently, Reza had a full meltdown when the DJ cranked the music too loud. The bass was pounding. Lights were flashing everywhere. Teachers rushed over trying to calm him down, but that just made everything worse. More noise. More people crowding him. He was sobbing in the middle of the gym while everyone stared. Nico saw what was happening. He didn't ask a teacher what to do. Didn't make a scene. Just walked over calmly and quietly asked Reza if he wanted to leave for a bit. Reza nodded. Nico led him out of the gym, down the hallway, and into the janitor's closet. It was the only quiet place he could think of. He let Reza wear his noise-canceling headphones, the ones he brings to school because the cafeteria gets too loud sometimes. Then Nico just sat there with him on the floor. Didn't try to make him talk. Didn't rush him. Just started talking about Pokemon cards like it was the most normal thing in the world. Which ones were rare. Which ones he was still trying to collect. Random stuff. Reza calmed down after maybe 20 minutes. They stayed in that closet for the rest of the dance, just sitting there talking about cards and video games. When I heard this, my throat got tight, because Nico never said a word about it. Not to me, not to his dad, not to anyone. I hung up with the mom and immediately went to find Nico. He was in his room playing on his Switch. "Why didn't you tell me what happened at the dance?" I asked. He paused his game and looked confused. "What do you mean? With Reza? In the janitor's closet?" He shrugged like it was nothing. "Oh, that, I don't know. It wasn't a big deal." "Nico, his mom called me crying. She said you made him feel human again. He looked uncomfortable, like I was embarrassing him. Mom, he just needed to get out of there. Everyone was staring at him. It sucked. But you stayed with him the whole time. You missed the entire dance." Another shrug. "So? Dances are boring anyway." I sat down on his bed. "Why didn't you tell me?" He looked at me like I asked the weirdest question ever, because it wasn't about me. That hit me harder than I expected. This kid. My kid. He didn't do it for credit. Didn't do it so people would think he was nice. He saw someone struggling and just helped. No hesitation. No second thoughts about what other kids might say. I realized right then that Nico had something most adults don't even have. Compassion with zero ego. Kindness with no strings attached. He wasn't trying to be a hero. He just didn't want someone to suffer alone. That made him special. Not because he got good grades or won awards. Because when it mattered, he chose empathy over everything else.